They're with the city to talk about their upcoming comprehensive plan, which is called Envision CR, and I'm sitting next to Emily. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure.
The Envision CR?
Well, hello everyone. My name is Emily Muehlbach. I'm with the City of Cedar Rapids. Thank you for participating in the Envision CR online forum. We really want to hear your feedback, ideas, dreams, and goals for the city. What do you love about Cedar Rapids? What do you want to see happening here? What could we do better that we're already doing well? What could we change that you want to see changed? This is a place to collect ideas, feedback, dreams that will help the city organize our comprehensive plan. So dream big and tell us what you think about topics that influence you in your daily lives.
To the panelists, if you were allowed 3 words to describe Cedar Rapids to someone, what would they be?
I think opportunity would be one of mine, for sure.
I think rebuilding would be one of mine.
I would say friendly and possibility.
Exciting. It's got a great future. I know that's not one word, but
you just used it. I'll give the word.
But there's a lot of optimism.
I'd say progressive too. Forward-thinking. A lot of people who want to make changes for the better.
Under-recognized.
What have you seen offered in other communities that you'd love to bring to Cedar Rapids? What are you looking for in a retail experience?
I personally like a lot of the small shops that have been popping up over the last several years. That's the way I like to shop. I like to go to specialty stores, and I want to go to a place that sells just pasta.
I would love, it's so exciting when the new Bow City Market opened up and there's all this small, food support, but where's the support for somebody that wants to open a small shop or retail? So I think that's a huge opportunity. Well, more people do want to support local and smaller shops like that, and it just hasn't grown here as much as it could.
And making it diverse and getting it instead of all similar shops, making it even more diverse than it is. I think we're started and we can continue on that. Bringing it to downtown. Downtown is definitely changing a lot in the last few years and has a lot of opportunities, but maybe the retail and the shopping isn't coming through quite yet. So I'd like to see it brought back into downtown Cedar Rapids as well.
I like any areas where I can kind of go and park one place and then walk to a whole bunch of different things. Like I can spend a day somewhere that I can go and not have to get back in my car all day.
Yeah, I would say in general, there's probably a good portion of our retail market that we would be able to bring back into Cedar Rapids. I know a lot of people who shop when they leave town because there's just a lot more opportunities in other places. But
I think that Westdale area is a huge opportunity for development. I live on the southwest side, so I want to really see that as a place where I can go and do everything and spend a whole day there.
Like it used to be.
We've had a question come in from a viewer asking, is there already a plan in place? And the answer to that really is we are trying to collect feedback from the public before we finalize any plan. So no, there's not really a plan in place. The comprehensive plan currently on the books for Cedar Rapids is from 1999. So it's the perfect time now to cast a new vision for what we want to see Cedar Rapids grow and become for the next 5, 10, or 20 years. So this public input phase is really giving you guys the chance to tell us what you want to see come out of the plan. Do you want us to focus on housing or development or that walkability opportunities downtown or retail or healthy and wellness initiatives like blue zones and biking? So the plan depends on what you guys put into it, and that might lead well into another question about the greenways, the opportunity to put new parks in Cedar Rapids. If you guys had a wish list of things you'd like to see in the greenways parks, what would you include? So think creatively.
One I know off the top of my head is I have always had a place, like a cabin on the Mississippi River. So I wish we could focus more on the river here and some of our water sources and make that a focus in our community, because I don't think it's highlighted really as well as it really should be.
I think any opportunity where people can get out either as a family or with a group of friends and do something active. So we talk a lot with the Blue Zones Project about placemaking and having areas where there are at least 10 things to do or see, and then how do we get there? I mean, I think it's great. We have some of those places in Cedar Rapids already where you can go, but the only way to get there is to drive. So how do we get people there? How do we connect living situations with recreation opportunities.
There's just a lot of space there, and it's nice now that there will be a plan moving forward, because it's hard to drive, through those neighborhoods and just see like, oh, there's just all this empty land.
What is the unifying voice or group or organization, if there is one, for all the movements happening within Cedar Rapids? So Nubo or Main Street or Uptown, there's a lot of things happening. How can we kind of pull everything together so it's progressive and moving in the right direction? And I think that is an excellent question going into what a comprehensive plan is. It's putting us all on the same page. So we'd like your thoughts on that.
I would say, well, I'm just going to jump in real quick before I identify what the group is. I do think this is a big component of this moving forward, is that I think there's a lot of things that happen in Cedar Rapids already that people that are just under-recognized and people aren't taking advantage of. Like, there's a lot of really amazing things, and so I just want to make sure that people are aware of all those and they know about all the great things that are happening already, and that we continue to maximize those.
To me, the Creative Corridor brand really encompasses everything, not just for Cedar Rapids, but for our greater region. And that, to me, that's how I think of it, as the umbrella that we are all, and all of these amazing things that are already going on, and all the new things that we haven't even yet uncovered, really all fit under that bigger umbrella. Because, well, this is about Cedar Rapids, and that's important. You have to start, but it's all part of. We all have relationships beyond, the exact borders of Cedar Rapids, and so to me, that's the overarching initiative.
Well, there's several organizations out there, I think, that cover different parts, and try to be that big umbrella, but I don't know that one has really emerged as the one source. I mean, Iowa Cultural Corridor Alliance has a website that looks, at the cultural opportunities or offerings up and down the corridor for its 150 members. That's a great resource if that's what you're looking for. The CVB has a website that has a wonderful calendar on it that lists all kinds of things that sort of pick up on a lot of those cultural items, but it's pulled in sports and lots of other things that are happening. But and these are for specific events. But as far as the bigger question about these different areas of the city growing and developing, and how that's all sort of being coordinated, and I think ultimately that is something that the city watches very carefully and keeps an eye on, so that we seem to be all moving in the same direction.
Neighborhoods have to play a huge role in this too. I think if you're not going to have buy-in from your neighborhoods, the process is going to be that much harder. And I think all of the collaborating partners need to obviously all be connected, but it's not about who's getting credit for it. Like, if we can all truly just be collaborative, and when people are looking back at Cedar Rapids, 20 years from now and saying, oh wow, they really figured this out, it won't be one group saying, well, we were in charge, or we were in charge, that it really will be all of these entities.
Other major cities that are built along the river, and they've always capitalized on the river. They've put restaurants or eating establishments right on the river so that you could take advantage of that view. I mean, let's face it, that view is one of the great things about the amphitheater.
That you can have outdoors is just that exposure to the outdoors from a well-being standpoint is so important. I mean, research is saying that the more you're exposed to green space, the more positive attitude you have, the more optimistic you can become about the future. And also it connects people. I mean, when you get outside, you always feel like you're part of a community rather than just having to go, you're only being exposed to the people that are in the building that you're actually in. When you're outside, you're walking by or you're biking by and you're seeing people out enjoying themselves, and just creates a much stronger sense of community.
We just want to thank everyone for watching our Google Hangout about Envision CR, the Cedar Rapids Comprehensive Plan. We want to especially thank our panelists, Sean Elmer from the Cedar Rapids Museum of Art, Stephanie Neff from Blue Zones, Jennifer Germain from Impact CR, Katie Giorgio from Greater Cedar Rapids Community Foundation, and Elizabeth Schott from the Gazette for participating and sharing their ideas. So the Hangout is over, but you can continue the conversation online using hashtag EnvisionCR on Twitter or in the comments section. And Emily, thanks a lot for joining us.
Thank you for putting this on, and we'd love to see you at the public kickoff of Envision CR on Wednesday, March 26th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the National Czech and Slovak Museum. You can also leave comments to issues that are important to you at crtalks.com. And of course, you can find all the information at cityofcr.com. Thank you so much.